I collect currency, and I had to get a couple of those. They actually had a issued from Zimbabwe $100 trillion note, and I picked up a couple of those just for whatever. I don't know, collecting. Put them in a piece of wall art collage one day or something. But to get an idea of how bad things were, they were printing $100 trillion notes. The next time I fill out a personal financial statement, I'm gonna tell them I'm a 100 trillionaire. So, but I'm trying to like take a lesson from this when you look at what's going on with our own economy right now and how the stock market might react. And I think we're gonna, we did a lot of episodes last year with Kane talking about how a lot of the stock market was, the trillions of dollars we pumped in the system. 6, 7, $8 trillion of cash, and that inflated spending, that made earnings go up, savings accounts went like everything just went up because we pushed all that money into the system. Cryptos rose and then crashed. But now the real inflation's starting to hit. And I'm like, well, where can I get like the greatest inflation example in modern times? And I'm like, Zimbabwe. Well, look at their stock market. This was kind of the initial inflation, and then I'm sure you can count this as hyperinflation. But real hyperinflation here, right? So I just wonder if we're somewhere along one of these areas right now in our own stock market. Like it could all crash tomorrow, right? With oil prices. Does Putin drop a nuclear bomb? Does COVID reemerge? Like the stock market on any given day could rocket to the moon because of inflation or completely fall. It's a rough time to be an investor. Bond market taking a beating. Um, Turbulent times without a doubt. For those people that are, and I'm not giving investment advice any way, shape, or form, by the way. I'm just talking about what's going on in the world. Um, I just, I'm looking at what's going on right now, and I'm like, man, what do you do? Do I just do you go all to cash and just kind of sit back and say what happens, see what happens, or do you miss out if hyperinflation hits and the stock market booms through the roof like what happened in Zimbabwe? So while there's all this stuff out there about pending doom in the market's been pretty resilient for a war going on, an oil energy crisis, supply chain is like the market took a little pullback, but it's been pretty goddamn resilient if you think about it. So it makes you wonder. Obviously, Putin drops a nuclear bomb or something, then the market's probably going to get obliterated. No pun intended on that one. But let's just say none of that happens. Things calm down in Ukraine. We get the energy crisis figured out. But the inflation issue still exists because look, man. I had a friend sell a house for like 700, and I think they bought it for like four. Uh, They put it on the market on like Sunday, and within 24 hours, 40 people went through the house, and they had it sold within a day, and no inspection, and the buyer's eating all the cost. It was madness. Like you thought things were calming down, they're not calming down. That's still the market right now. And I think they might have been buying a house for a tear down just to build a new house on it. It is insane what's going on. I know people right now trying to buy 2 and 3 bedroom homes for their family. They keep getting beat out on cash offers. Where'd all the cash come from? Like, I don't know what's going on. So, if there's that much cash out there, I'm trying to get a generator right now, sold out. I'm trying to get two deep cycle batteries sold out in this area. I got some on order. I got audio equipment on order. I got a truck on order since September. There's no idea on the build date. You can't buy anything right now because it's either a supply chain issue or we are consuming so much stuff that we can't keep up. That's just going to lead to hyperinflation, and this little rate increase ain't going to fix it. Um, so I'm just wondering, we're either going to raise rates to a crazy high to try to suck some money out of the system and try to keep the hyperinflation from happening, or it's going to happen. If it happens, how high does the stock market go? You got to think about it. As inflation goes up, prices go up. If prices, if I sell a dollar of gas at then I make 10% on it, and I make 10 cents. But if I sell it for $4 a gallon, I make 10%, I make 40 cents. That's what you kind of see going on right here. And I think that's maybe partly what we saw happen with the stock market in the last 12 months. So if hyperinflation keeps happening and wages keep going up and cost of goods and raw materials keep, if everything just keeps going up, stock market's going to keep going up. Revenue's going to keep going up. Earnings are going to hopefully keep going up. Which means if you don't have some kind of investment that's going up, you're going to be screwed. If you own a home right now and the market's going up, you're winning. If you own cars recently, they went up. If you own RVs and boats, if you own assets and property, they all went up. But if you just had money in your 0.25% checking account, you lost. So it's one of those things where you almost have to have homes or equities or something at times of hyperinflation, or you just miss out. So that's why I'm sitting here looking at the Zimbabwe stock market. And I don't, we're not going to get crazy like this, but is this kind of an idea of what's going to happen in the stock market if we reach crazy high inflation? Is that a predictor of what could happen? And then could you try to sell somewhere near the top of that before it busts? I feel like there's going to be a lot of fortunes lost and made on this one if you get the timing right. But anyways, what are your thoughts? You kind of see what happened in Zimbabwe. I think this was self-inflicted, but I don't know the full story. I mean, hell, ours is self-inflicted. We printed too much money. What do you think is going to happen if inflation keeps going at a crazy rate? And what do you think your prediction is for how the stock market's going to react? Do you think we're due for like a year or two super bull run, or do you think we're going to have a big run and a big bust? Like, I don't know. What are you thinking? Drop a comment below.